it's Renee. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup haul from various places, and some of them will be a little bit older things that I bought when I was on vacation. Some are newer things that so just stick around if you want to see what I bought. So first thing I got this Wet n Wild illuminating palette. Comes with 4 colors. I'm sure you've all seen this if you've been to like a drugstore, if you've been to Target. It just comes with 4 colors. Personally, the only color that's really worth it is this kind of champagne-y bronze one right here. This is a blush, and these two are kind of a little bit too subtle. So if you're more into like subtle highlights, I like more like dramatic highlights. So these are just a little bit too subtle for me. And this is really pretty. I use it as an eyeshadow topper sometimes, and this sometimes is a blush. But yeah, it's okay. It's good for $4 if you just want to get maybe like these 2 shadows. It's a really good deal if you think that you would like a more subtle highlight. 2 Essence eyeshadow palettes. It's the All About Bronze and the All About Toffee palette. I thought that I would really like these because these are colors that are totally up my alley. Problem is that, okay, so this one made a really pretty highlight, and this one was actually an okay brow color, because the thing about these shadows is that they're all shimmers basically. Even this lighter one right here, it's just a more like subtle matte shimmer, if that makes sense. But when you actually put them on your face, it's like all the glitter disappears. Like all of it goes away. And so I'm like, okay, like I'll try wetting the brush and maybe picking up like that. When you do that, like this happens, and then if you have any eyeshadow on underneath it, it just rubs it all away. Thing with the Toffee palette, this one I thought was a little bit more workable because it's primarily mattes, and I liked the mattes a lot. The only matte that was a little weird is this color. It's like this really light gray color, and I just don't really know how many skin tones this would look good on. Because I mean, I just thought it looked a little bit weird on me, and I felt like it made my eyes look like ashy, kind of. I don't know. Weird color. But yeah, they're okay. And I also got, this actually came in a set of 2, so for $14.99 I got both of these, which I think is a really good deal because this is normally about $13, this is normally about $10, so I just thought it was a really good deal to get both. But yeah, I got the Butter Bronzer and the Butter Blush. The Butter Bronzer I have fallen in love with. I totally understand the hype. It's a very nice natural glow. I'm pretty sure it comes in 1 shade darker and 1 shade lighter, but this is just a standard color bronzer. But love how it smells, love how it feels. I've already used a bunch of it, so a lot of the design is starting to wear away. The Butter Blush I like, again, smells really good. I was kind of annoyed though, the tab broke off like nearly immediately. I don't mind it. It's kind of weird with this. I feel like it's starting to hit like hard pan, like it's starting to get these like little like dots, and then I have to like wipe them away. This one, I really like this. I don't really like this color. It's natural glow. I think that if you are very fair, and normally I am very fair, but I've gotten a lot of sun this summer for once, which it hasn't happened in like years. But I think in the winter time I might really like this because it is a very natural glow, like it says. Like, it's honestly, if you want maybe like a more highlighted blush look, but you don't want to put on highlighter, I think this is a really good blush topper, or even more fair than I am. I'm a lot tanner than I have been. I got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, the powder. I also got the concealer. I already gave the concealer to a friend just because I was like, this will probably work really well for you. These I'm keeping. I didn't really like these, honestly. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan of it. I don't really like this spatula at all. Like, I think this was a waste. It could have just been a pour out thing because it's really hard to apply. I think it's really thick. I think it's kind of gloppy and weird, and I don't know, it's just not my favorite. The powder is really weird. I feel like this would have been a lot better as like a milled powder, just because I don't know what it is when you use this, but it hits, like, you get a lot and it looks pretty sheer like when you put it on, and then you actually put it on your face and it oxidizes like crazy. They both do. Like, I don't know what it is, but you put it on, you're gonna be orange like really quickly, like really, really quickly. And I don't know, I just didn't really like it. I felt like on top of this, which was already kind of like a drying foundation, it like also too, I had a bad sunburn when I was wearing this, and so, or at least I was peeling from one, and so I had all of these like peeling spots, and you could just see them. Like, you could see the texture on my face. Like, I don't really care about texture. Like, I know I have it, but like, you could see it. Like, it was there and existing. Same thing with this. I feel like it just emphasized texture really bad, and if you have dry spots, or you have dry skin, or you have acne, I just feel like this foundation and this isn't for you. And the concealer may as well not even done anything. It was just a waste of time, honestly. These 2 concealers, I got this Maybelline Master Camo. It's in, what is this, in apricot? Apricot. It's supposed to be for dark circles. I didn't use it today. I have a love-hate relationship with this thing because it only really works with certain products and if you have a lot of time to use it. This is fine. Normally from day to day I'll just use one concealer and then I'll use two, and then I'll do like about half the time if I'm not really doing anything that day. But it does work, it does cover. They have a lot of different colors. They have green, they have yellow. But yeah, I'm kind of, like I said, love-hate because it does take a lot of time to use, because I feel like if you just put it on and then blend it out, it just kind of, I don't know, it just makes your under eyes look orange, even if you use a lot of concealer. Like they have like this orange tint to them, which is like, I don't know, it's a little frustrating. Also too, the product is constantly coming out and this thing is so dirty. It's not my favorite application. And then I also got this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in Lavender. This isn't really working so hot for me right now, just because I am a lot tanner. I think in the wintertime I'll really like this because I really like to have really brightened under eyes, and sometimes I have concealers that are too dark for me. And so I think this will just be good to lighten it. I got that idea from that Taylor because she does that since she's very fair. But yeah, definitely interested to try it out. It works fine. It's a good concealer. It just right now, it's not a good concealer for me. But you know, that happens. I also picked up the Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is not in waterproof. I'm curious to try it in waterproof. I do get a little bit of the hype. I think it's nice for adding volume and not necessarily length. So sometimes what I'll do, I'll go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous, and so maybe I'll go in with this first, and while it's still wet, go over with this and get a really separated look, and then I'll top it with my CoverGirl Supersizer, and then that looks really nice. And then also what I got this NYX Faux Whites eyeliner in Linen. I like this. I think it does a pretty good job. I really am still not a fan of having to sharpen pencils. I think it's just annoying and tedious. I wish everything was a twist up. But yeah, I like it. It lasts like 4 to 6 hours, so sometimes I'll just throw it in my purse if I want to look awake again during the day. Now I'm going to go into the stuff that I ordered from Amazon. It's only a couple of things. Actually, it's like 4 things. I got the Aztec, or the Health and Beauty Aztec Indian Healing Clay. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I tried it out the other night, and I'm a little concerned. So it takes a while to dry. I think I mixed too much also, but it takes a while to dry. I do like how it kind of made my pores look smaller. Only thing is I'm kind of concerned about, I'm wondering if it was so like purifying or whatever that it actually made me more oily, because the last few days, because I used this about 2 nights ago, but the last few days I've just noticed that my skin feels a lot more oily. And I've been doing, this is the only thing I've added to it, so I think I'm going to try it a couple more times and then see how I feel about it. And I also got, oh here, I forgot about these eyeliners too. I got the Physicians Formula Eye Boosters while I was at Fred Meyer too. I got it in deep brown and black. I'm probably going to pick up ultra black. I really like brown. I would skip black. It's not that great a quality in comparison to brown. Brown is darker and it's a lot smoother. I do really like these. I think it's super easy for doing liner. It's just when I go with eyeshadow like this, I usually don't wear liner. But back to Amazon. So I actually really like these. I order most of my brushes from Amazon. I've been doing that for a while. But like I have all these. Most of these are from Amazon. Very few are not. Some are Wet n Wild. Oh, that's another thing too. I picked up some Wet n Wild brushes while I was at Fred Meyer. And then I have another thing here of eyeshadow brushes. But yeah, most of my brushes are from Amazon. I really like these. This brush I think is great for baking. Like if you don't really like, because I don't really like baking with a sponge. I feel like it sucks up too much powder and it picks up powder as you put it on. And I like very full coverage because my face is very red. I have a lot of acne. I like to cover it up. At least right now I don't have a lot of acne, but normally I do. This is great because I can do my concealer routine and then immediately go in like this and just set it. And it does a pretty good job. I have pretty wrinkly under eyes. Like they can look crepey really fast, so I don't like to bake under them. But when I do, I do bake with them, but I only do it with brushes. I really don't like baking with sponges. I feel like it takes away the coverage. And I just think this works really great for just really getting underneath there, just really getting close to the eye. Like this one a lot. This one I haven't really found a use for. Maybe it's like a really thin eyebrow pencil. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure this one out. I haven't really tried this one yet. It's fine though. This, really great for blending. Like I used it today and you can just kind of go like that. And it's just a nice little mini blending brush. I wish it came with more of these. This one is okay for glitter packing. It's not my favorite. I feel like your finger still does a better job, but it's fine. I'm sure you could always use it like right here as an inner corner highlight. This one I loved for highlighter. It's got a few like hairs coming out, so I'm going to trim those. But I use this for highlighter, and I can just go like this. Normally you want to use like obviously like a fluffy brush or like a little highlighting brush. This I think is supposed to be for foundation or for concealer. This works phenomenally as like a little highlight brush because I can just kind of go like this and it's like, oh bam, highlight. But yeah, really love this. This I used for my blush. I just kind of go like this and I just really like it. It's a little short. I wish the handle was longer, but I do like it. I think it's a nice little brush. I don't know, it's cute. I think this would be good for traveling. This one I think I used for powder. I didn't use this one. I usually like a bigger, fluffier brush. Like I have this one that I'll use for Coty Airspun and just like kind of pounce it on my face. This one I haven't really found a use for. It could just be better again for using blush. I might try it for that because this one's a little flat for blush, but I do like it. This one I'll use it for bronzer. I haven't used it today because I used another one, but it is nice. They're all really, really soft. Like I just love how they feel. And then this one I'll use either for blending or glitter packing, or sometimes I'll even go underneath the lash line with this. Really like this one. This one is really, really small, but it's really good for if you want to get a nice fine point on your eyebrows. Like if you want to get a really, really point, because it's really small. Like it a lot. This one, again, I haven't really found a use for. I think it might just be a good another like under eye eyeshadow kind of a brush for smudging. But yeah. And then it also came too with this black beauty blender. These brushes all too, they were like I think maybe $10, which is great for the quality of those. They're really, really nice. The handles seem nice, like they don't really feel like cheap or anything. And then also they sent you this black beauty blender. This is not like the same as say like a Real Technique sponge. This one is obviously not wet and I need to clean it because it's gross. But this one has a more memory foam type of feel, whereas this one feels like a squishy little sponge. Like how a beauty blender or a Real Technique sponge feels. But it works fine. I used it today. And I used to have one like this. Only thing I do like about these, they suck up less product, but you do have a little bit of more work blending with them, but it is nice to know that like your product's gonna go a little further. But yeah, I'll probably use it again. I think it's a good little product. I mean, people say like, oh, it's not the same as the Real Beauty Blender. And I'm like, okay, this came for free in this $10 thing. And beauty blenders are $20. If you really want to save money, yeah, I would definitely go with the Real Technique sponge, where it's literally the same. But this is nice too. But yeah, really like those. Definitely use those again. I don't know why people don't order more brushes from Amazon. They're usually pretty nice. And then one last thing from Amazon. I just did a review on this. It's the iTunes Beauty Charcoal Extract Blackhead Remover with a whitening complex. I didn't really notice a whole whitening complex thing. If this does have a whitener in it, honestly, like I'm gonna be weird about using it. But I just ran out of my Boscia peel off mask, which the Boscia one was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I feel like you have better results just using a Biore strip. This was I think like $1.70, and then it was like $2 shipping or something like that. It took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to get here. I think this is basically the same as the Boscia peel off mask. It smells the same. This one actually smells kind of nice. It has almost like I don't know, that one kind of smells more like a licoricey, like peppermint kind of a thing. This kind of smells more of like oil. Like it almost smells kind of more like a sunscreen a little bit. But this one you get about an ounce, and I think it's 1.7 ounces, and it's only $4, and I think it works just as well. It really does take your blackheads out. You should, I mean, for best results, yeah, you should probably soften up your pores and everything, but I really like this. I think it did a pretty good job, and I'm going to continue to use it. Got a few things from Ulta. I just went there because I've been really looking for the new Carly Bible palette. It is sold out everywhere. I went to my Ulta and they didn't have it. A friend of mine works there, and yeah, they just didn't have it, and I was kind of bummed because I've been looking for it. I've called like 2 or 3 weeks and they're always sold out. So while I was there, I picked up the BH Cosmetics garlicky. I picked up the BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic eyeshadow palette. I have the Supernova palette and I love it. It's so pretty. It has like these colors. And what I love too, because it's Galaxy Chic, they have them named after planets, because like I'm obsessed with space. But say like they have like Earth and it's like blue, but it has little specks in it like with Earth does. Or like Saturn is like yellow and pink, and so it makes this really pretty like pinky rose gold color. Or even like the moon. The moon's more of like a darker gray color, but I really liked it. I was like, that's a little fun thing, but I just think it's really fun how I like their really fun like space themed things, and I think this might be going, because I don't remember seeing it on BH Cosmetics website, and they only had like one of these left at my Ulta. I also want to get, I think it's the Sunburst palette. That palette is right up my alley. It's very warm with some oranges and some like pinks and greens and yellows and purples, all about that. If that shows up at Ulta, I'll go buy it. If not, I'll just order it off their website because I really want to try their concealer too. But I got it. I was so excited. So I have the first one. I love the first one. I think it's amazing. Here's just the, never mind, I dropped it. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like the sleeves on these because I feel like I lose them because I just want to keep them open and use them. This is so pretty. Like, I love this. It's just so beautiful. Look at it. Love it. This highlights to die for. This highlights to die for. These are two kind of more subtle highlights, but they still are really pretty. They swatch a lot more pigmented, I think, than they do on a brush on your finger. See, like you can kind of see, but they swatch gorgeous. And then when you do it on your finger, see, they're really pretty. I feel like when you put it on a brush, I feel like you have to apply it with your fingers more, and then you can get a more dramatic highlight. That's what I used today. I used a combination of this one, this more champagne color, and then I used the white just to kind of make it more blinding and pretty. Love it. So pretty. You get just such a stellar formula. I love it. But yeah, and then I also got this Makeup Revolution London Strobe Highlighter in Strobe Highlights, holographic lights. This isn't holographic, obviously, because you know it's like white. It's really cool though, because it's a white highlight. I'm obsessed with highlighters, as you can probably see. But this is really cool because it has like a green tint to it, and it's very soft. It's kind of like a baked highlight, but when you layer it up, it has a very like, this would be fun, I think, for like going out, like if you really wanted to make like a statement. But it's really cool. I've never tried like any of Jeffree Star's highlights, but he has one called Mint Condition that I've always wanted to try because I always think that green highlights are kind of interesting. This side I really like because I feel like it can kind of mimic that. I also have like a green shadow that I could put with it, but what's nice is that it's very glimmery. You can layer it a bunch or you can blend it out super easily. I don't know, I just think it's just really cool because like I said, it's got a green tint to it, kind of like that, you know, that iridescent paper, Simply Nailogical calls it unicorn skin. But yeah, it has like that same like tint to it. It's just not pink, it's white. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's really cool. And then the last thing that I got from Ulta and the last thing of this haul, I've always wanted to try these, but I never have. It's the NYX Cosmic Metals lipstick or lip cream, and this one is in the shade Metropolitan Night. Oh, I thought I grabbed Celestial. Must have swatched Celestial and just grabbed this one. This one I like. It's kind of a very like nude metallic shade, and it's really pretty. I'm not a big gloss person, so I think metallic I feel like is a good replacement for gloss. I have a really nice like kind of nude color that I think I would wear this with. Yeah, I think that is it for this collective beauty haul from the last like 2 months or whatever. But I hope you liked this video. I enjoyed filming it and I enjoyed showing you what I bought. Yeah, if you liked it, leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe. It'd be great to have you here. Thanks for watching. Bye.